Hi friends, this is Monish from English with Technical Monish and welcome back to the new video of the Hindu Daily Editorial. So make sure to watch the video till the end so that we will be also discussing the previously asked questions from this vocabulary which we are learning today. So coming to the first vocabulary part, the first word on the screen we have bureaucrats. The first word is bureaucrats. Bureaucrats is a noun which means adhikaruలు. The authority, government official or authority are called as bureaucrats. So government officials often seen as rigid or rule bound are called as bureaucrats. So synonyms are functionaries and administrators. Functionaries and administrators are the synonyms of bureaucrats. Then coming to the antonyms, we have visionaries, reformers. Visionaries and reformers are antonyms for the word bureaucrat. Example, bureaucrats are being accused of interfering with university autonomy under political pressure. So the bureaucrats, in the sense government officials, are being accused of interfering with the university autonomy under the pressure of political parties. Then next we have extravagances. Extravagances is a noun which states dubaralu. The acts of excessive spending or behavior is extravagances. Synonyms are profligacies and indulgences. Then antonyms we have austerities, prudence. Austerities and prudence means not spending excessively. Taking care of what you are spending is austerity. Then example, donors withdrew support alleging ideological bias and administrative extravagances in elite universities. So the donors withdraw, in a sense, took their support back, alleging ideological bias and administrative extravagances in the elite universities. Then next word on the screen we have neoliberal. Next word we have is neoliberal. It is an adjective which states Nava Udaravadam. So, supporting free market capitalism with minimal government intervention. So, supporting free market capitalism with less government interfering is called as neoliberal. Then synonyms are market oriented and monetarist. Market oriented and monetarist are the synonyms of neoliberal. Then coming to the antonyms, the first antonym we have is protectionist and interventionist. Then critics argue that neoliberal funding models make universities vulnerable to political and corporate control. So critics argue that the making of free market capitalism with no government intervention makes universities vulnerable to political and corporate control. So next word we have nebulous. Next word we have is nebulous. Nebulous is an adjective which states spashtanga leni, unclear, vague. So nebulous means vague or ill-defined. Synonyms are amorphous, obfuscated. Amorphous and obfuscated also mean uncertain, not clear. Then antonyms are lucid, explicit. Lucid means clear, easy to understand. So example we have university guidelines on political speech remains nebulous. allowing room for the biased implementation. So the university guidelines on political speech remains unclear, allowing room for the biased implementation. Next word we have anti-Semitism. Anti-Semitism. It is a noun, and anti-Semitism means యూదులపై ద్వేషం. So యూదులపై ద్వేషం is called as anti-Semitism. So hatred over Jewish people, hostility or prejudice against Jewish people is called as anti-Semitism. Then synonyms we have judophobia, ethnobias. Judophobia and ethnobias are the synonyms of anti-Semitism. Then antonyms we have tolerance, philo-Semitism. Tolerance and philo-Semitism. Philo in the sense loving. Semitism means Jewish. So philo-Semitism means loving Jewish, and anti-Semitism means hating Jewish. Then example we have Columbia University faced backlash for adopting an anti-Semitism definition that critics say curbs free debate. So the Columbia University has faced back troubles for adopting the anti-Semitism that critics say curbs free debate. Then next word we have viable. Next word we have is viable. It is an adjective which states ఆచరణీయమైనది. ఆచరణీయమైనది. Then capable of working successfully is called as viable. Capable of working successfully is called as viable. Synonyms are feasible, tenable. Feasible and tenable. Antonyms futile, implausible. Futile and implausible. Example we have critics argue that a viable opposition space must be safeguarded within a democratic parliament. So critics argue that a viable opposition space must be safeguarded within the democratic parliament. So next word we have inflection. Next word on screen we have is inflection. Inflection is a noun, and inflection means రూపం మారడం or పదరూప మార్పు. Change in pitch or tone or a turning point is called as inflection. Synonyms are modulation, pivot. Modulation and pivot. Antonyms are monotony, continuity. Monotony and continuity. Example, his resignation may mark an inflection point in debate around constitutional neutrality. So his resignation may mark a change in the debate around the constitutional neutrality. And next word we have impeach. Next word we have is impeach. And impeach is a verb which states అపరాధరోపణ చేయడం. అపరాధరోపణ చేయడం. Next, to charge a public official with misconduct is called as impeach. Synonyms are arraign, indict. Arraign and indict. Antonyms exonerate, absolve. Exonerate and absolve are the antonyms of impeach. Then, though not impeached, Dhankar faced calls for accountability over procedural transgressions. Even though not impeached, Dhankar faced calls for accountability over the procedural transgressions. And next word we have slashing. Slashing is a verb, and slashing means కత్తిరించడం or కోయడం. Cutting down drastically or violently is called as slashing. Synonyms are truncating, curtailing. and curtailing. Antonyms: augmenting, amplifying. Augmenting and amplifying. Example: the government faced criticism for slashing educational grants amid rising political interference in universities. So the government faced criticism for cutting down educational grants amid rising political interference in universities. Next word we have spurred. Spurred is a verb, and spurred in the means ప్రేరేపించబడిన. So encouraged or incited into an action is called as spurred. Synonyms are provoked, and instigated. Then antonyms we have discouraged, suppressed. Discouraged and suppressed. The Supreme Court ruling spurred activists to demand changes in university admission policies. So the Supreme Court ruling spurred activists to demand changes in the university admission policies. So we have completed the first part of this part, which is vocabulary, and now moving on to the second one word substitutions. The first word we have is luminary. And luminary means a person who inspires or influences others, especially in a particular field. So a person who inspires or influences others in particular field is called as luminary. Then next word we have is damsel. The next word is damsel. Damsel means a young and unmarried woman. Young and unmarried woman is called a damsel. Then next word is venal. It means a person who is easily bribed or corrupted. Nowadays many government employees are venal. So only if they get corrupted or bribed, then only they are doing their work. So instead of saying bribed or corrupted employee, we can say he is a venal employee. So next word we have is interment. And interment means the act of burying a dead body in a grave or tomb. The act of burying a dead body in a grave or tomb is called as interment. So we have finished this one word substitutions, and now moving on to the idioms and phrases. The first idiom on the screen we have in the soup. In the soup generally means in a trouble or difficult situation. We can use the idiom in the soup. Bird's eye view. The next idiom is bird's eye view. Bird's eye view means an overview or general perspective of something, or a brief summary. Bird's eye view means an overview or general perspective of something, generally a summary. Next idiom, to win laurels. To win laurels mean to achieve honor or recognition. We can say to win laurels. So Gukesh has won laurels. It means he achieved honor and recognition. Next, draw the line. Next one is draw the line, and draw the line means set a limit on what one is willing to do or accept. So keeping a boundary. So generally if we draw a line, we are keeping a boundary or outbound. So draw a line means setting a limit. Next we have a beehive. A beehive means a place full of busy activity or people working energetically. So a place full of busy activity or people working energetically, we call it a beehive. So famous places like Bengaluru, Hyderabad are a places of beehive. Then coming to the questions which were asked previously in the exams. So in SSC CGL 2019, the question was asked, choose the synonym of nebulous. Choose a synonym of nebulous. Nebulous means unclear. So vague, unclear and vague. The next question, IBPS PO 2020. The question was asked, choose the antonym of viable. So they are asking antonym. So here they ask synonym. Now here antonym. Antonym of viable is futile. Antonym of viable is futile. Next one was asked in SSC CHSL 2021. One word substitution for a person who can be bribed easily. Person who can be bribed easily, we call them as venal. Then next one, idiom, draw the line. Draw the line means to set a limit. This was asked in IBPS Clerk 2021. So that's it for today's class. Hope you did enjoy the session. If you did enjoy the session, make sure to like the video and share this video to your friends who is preparing for the competitive exams. So if you are more curious to improve your communication skills or else in your English vocabulary, there is a suggestion of joining English with Technical Monish channel, where you'll be getting all the PDFs, quiz related to today's class in the Telegram channel. So make sure to join this Telegram channel and also subscribe the YouTube channel English with Technical Monish for more English related videos. See you guys in tomorrow's video. Till then, keep studying. Goodbye.